You ready? Cool. So today we just went over a couple simple concepts that are going to be used everywhere in our dancing. First things that we did, we focused on being on one foot. Again, and we brought this up a couple times, but we just want to be very aware that we can balance on that foot, change feet, again, having these shoulder width steps. Follows being very ready to take a smaller step than you normally would. Instead, it's a big step, because when we move, we don't want me to take a small step and have her take a big one and get really out of sync. Instead, we want it to be just these similar sized steps. It's going to feel a little bit weird to not really predict how big that step is going to go, but instead take a smaller one and go to those balance points very quickly. So again, we're going from balance point to balance point. If we were to take very small steps, if we were ultimately this, I'm going immediately to a balance point, but I can't really lead anything with this. If I just stay here, she can't get any information. So again, it's that travel that causes that movement. Similarly, if we were doing a triple step, we would go up and drop it, like that. It's sort of like taking a basketball and just dropping that basketball. That way, we're really leading that change. If we wanted to, we could just take a triple step as a normal one, where it's sort of a step and a scoot, but that doesn't really give any of the extra information that's necessary. So today we just sort of went over several exercises, staying in close, again having that offset, and just taking steps, and seeing if every step that I lead also can be felt by my follow. And then we want to go into a triple, lifting that ball and dropping it, and then we went into our rock steps, where we step back, keeping that back heel up, and then back forward. We also enclosed in this hand, I have that offset, so there's some pressure here, that way it's a push and a pull. So it's push, pull, and we can do that on either side, push, pull. We can do two in a row, push, pull, push, pull. So we can use each and every one of these movements. Also, we had our sort of down and moving much larger that we showed as a different movement than our standard triple step. So we used all of those movements and sort of mixed it into one. Then, let's see, we also went into lollies. So with lollies, we did a rock, step, kick, step, kick, step, kick, step, kick, step. I'm not pumping with this arm. It's really just keeping this arm still relative to my body and moving my body to get pressure, tension, pressure, tension. We then had a couple different stylings where we tapped and kicked, and tap and kicked, and tap and kicked. Then as our third option, we had a more Charleston-y variation where we went rock, step, kick, kick, big kick, rock, step. So those are the different variations that we did. We just want to be very aware of controlling our follows footwork. Again, this is not standard. This is one way of leading footwork versus I could also just dance where I don't control her footwork. Two options. It allows us to be a little bit more verbose in what we're doing, her to be a little more sensitive, or we can do the other one where we're just dancing with momentum but not forward. Gives us some options. So thanks, and we'll see you guys in the next class.